These are your end of the year horoscopes. Lock in because this is my magnum opus. Let's get into it. Relevant for your sun, moon, but especially your rising sign. Given that we're in Sagittarius season, it's only fair to start with Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you are surrounded by a lot of possibility, and that can be very overwhelming. And I think Sagittarius is very scared and panicked about missing out on all the possibilities and opportunities and letting them just kind of slip through their fingers. Okay, Sagittarius at the end of this year might feel like they're kind of stuck in this like Seven of Cups energy where it's like, I cannot pick one path. And if I pick one path, that means all the other paths disappear. That means all of the other potential disappears. So I don't want to pick an option because that means that I'm kind of narrowing things down, and Sagittarius can feel a lot of FOMO regarding their own life, ironically. And I think that there might be a little bit of like unsureness and uncertainty with what exactly they are supposed to be doing, what exactly is the right choice. And I think what's important for Sagittarius to remember before entering 2026 is that next year is really going to be asking them to dig deeper. It's going to be asking the Sagittarius people to really slow the fuck down. And I think that is how they will be able to determine, where to direct a lot of the pent-up energy from 2025. I think 2025 has led to a lot of creative breakthroughs for Sagittarius, a lot of potential movement in a very good direction. And I think Sagittarius is wondering, okay, but how do I keep this positive momentum going? And 2026 is going to be a reminder that to have these kind of creative breakthroughs and these full circle aha moments and these wins, the only way to create those light bulb moments is to slow down, is to dig deeper. So this end of the year wrap up for you is about kind of letting the chips fall where they may and realizing why certain things had to happen the way that they did. I think going into the new year, you're going to be really open to new skills and new hobbies specifically that might transform your self-expression. Okay, so allow yourself to learn again. You can come down from the high horse a little bit. You can come down from feeling like you need to already be a master at something. 2026 is going to be about being a novice again, being an acolyte again, right? Returning to the energy of being a student of life. And this is how you're going to find the new inspiration that I feel like Sagittarians are really expecting and craving, okay? It's going to be a very artist's way, creative, spiritual evolution in 2026 for the Sagittarius placements. Capricorn, 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 right? 2025 has been about you rewriting the story of your success and what that looks like. And it's been humbling in the sense that the Capricorn placements have realized that their story of success may not look like what they wrote down 10 years ago. And that's okay. There actually is no way to predict what your life is going to look like 10 years from now, 10 years ago. It's okay to kind of alter the plan along the way as you go. I think there's been a lot of, because I think maybe of some of the loss that Capricorn experienced in 2025, potentially, okay, there may be some grief that came with 2025, some hardships. And I think for Capricorn, that might have led to them shelving some of their ideas, shelving some of their excitement. And now I think in 2026, it's going to be about dusting those things off, taking them off the shelf, and actually acting on them, okay? The more that stays in the back seat, you are just giving all of that energy to someone else to take. Okay, someone else is going to come in and take that before you even realize it, right? So act on all of the things that you and all the energy that you've stored. I feel like 2025, you have stored up a lot of energy, a lot of pent up creative energy especially. And 2026 is going to be about living in the work, I think Capricorn, you have so much passion, and 2026 is going to be about really embodying that. Learning how to exist beyond what the work is, and living beyond the expectations of the output, and learning how to live based off of like what is actually fulfilling you, even if that's not necessarily a hustle, even if it's not making you money, even if it's not, satisfying what other people want you to be doing or whatever. Like, learning how to live with that and feel worthy doing what fulfills you, regardless of how it's fulfilling other people and other people's expectations, right? Capricorn, you've proven enough in 2025, okay? Your exhaustion does not have to be virtuous. You don't have to be a martyr, Going into the new year, Capricorn, it's going to be really important for you to release bitterness, okay? Getting yourself stuck and seeing yourself in this way where you're a sarcastic parody of yourself, almost, Capricorn. We're going to be releasing that energy. We're going to be stepping into principles and values that are genuinely aligned with your soul. You're going to be taking chances and taking risks again in 2026, when in 2025 it didn't necessarily feel safe to do so. Next year is really going to be giving you that soft landing pad to go after your ambitions, pursue what you want to pursue in a way that's more fruitful, in a way that's more balanced, feeds you while it's also giving back to you. And so next year, Capricorn, is going to be really important for you to remember to give to what is also coming towards you and giving back to you as well. Aquarius, 2025, I think, was a time for you to realize that, like, it's okay to be a bit of a villain. It's okay to be kind of a hater. 2025 was you kind of stepping into this energy of like, something important to remember about Aquarius is that there's a reason why they are the way that they are, okay? But I think next year is really going to be about Aquarius, you realizing that connection is warmer, and that you don't need to feign a fake personality to kind of get what you want. And that Aquarius 2026 is going to feel safe to really unleash all of the most authentic parts of yourself. And I think this next year, this new kind of reborn individuality is going to be coming through for Aquarius. You don't have to kind of try to see things from a better point of view. You don't have to try to see things from a higher point of view. You can just feel what you're feeling in real time and let it move through you. And I think Aquarius, you are going to be comfortable again with being the main character next year, but in a way that's about more so your curiosity. I feel like you're going to be getting your curiosity back again. Aquarius, you're little inventors, you're little innovators, and I think that 2026 is going to be bringing that sparkle back in your eye again. I think with the end of the year, Aquarius should definitely be releasing this desire to maybe be this like enlightened version of themselves. You can just be who you are, even if it's not necessarily perfect. I also think 2026 is going to be a time, Aquarius, for you to maybe stop comparing yourself to older versions of you that were doing it right, and remembering that like trying to look into the past tends to distort things, and you may have a distorted idea of who you used to be, and you may be trying to kind of like prove yourself to yourself in a way and kind of like defeat your own vices. You might be doing things only out of spite, and in 2026, I think it's going to be about you finding a new like motivation that's actually coming from like a guided place and coming from a sharp, intellectual, intuitive place. Be a lot of course correcting next year, and enjoy that process. The process can seem messy. It can seem like it's not really trustworthy because of how up and down it can be. But Aquarius, and it's getting you to a place where you are finally re-centered, Aquarius. The old paradigm will not work anymore in 2026. It's going to be about next year making new rules.